It's easy, why dumping on it.
Okay, this week's Torah portion is Bereshit in the beginning. It includes Genesis chapter 1 through chapter 6, verse 8, the Haftorah, Isaiah 42, 5 through 21, and the Brit Hadashah reading, John chapter 1, verses 1 through 17. Here is a calendar so you can see a projection of what this month of October will look like. And then you can see as it follows week to week reading. You start Sunday, and then a little zoom in to this week's Torah portion there. A reading from the interlinear Chumash, Bereshit, Genesis 1:1. In the beginning of God's creating the heavens and the earth, when the earth was astonishingly empty with darkness upon the surface of the deep, and the presence of the divine hovered upon the surface of the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw the light, that it was good, and God separated between the light and between the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, one day. God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it separate between water and water." So God made the firmament, and he separated between the water which were beneath the firmament and between the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. God called the firmament heaven, and there was evening, and there was morning, a second day. God said, "Let the waters be gathered beneath the heaven into the one area, and let appear the dry land." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. God said, "Let the earth sprout vegetation, herbage, yielding seed, trees of fruit, yielding fruit each after its kind, that its seed is within it on the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth vegetation, herbage, yielding seed and its kind, and trees yielding fruit, that its seed was within it, each after its kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, a third day. God said, "Let there be luminaries in the firmament of the heaven, to separate between the day and between the night. And they shall serve as signs, and for festivals, and for days and years. And they shall serve as luminaries in the firmament of the heavens, to shine upon the earth." And it was so. God said, "The two luminaries, the large ones, the luminary, the greater one, for the dominion of the day, and the luminary, the lesser one, for the dominion of the night, and the stars. And set them did God in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth, to have dominion by day and by night, and to separate between the light and between the darkness." And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, a fourth day. God said, let the waters swarm with crawling creatures, beings that are alive, and fowl that shall fly about over the earth, across the face of the expanse of the heavens. And God created the sea giants, the great ones, and every being that is alive, that moves about, with which the waters swarmed according to their kinds, and all fowl with wings according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas. However, the fowl shall increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, a fifth day. God said, "Let the earth bring forth beings that are alive, each according to its kind, animal and creeping thing, and beasts of the land, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, and the animal according to its kind, and every creeping thing on the ground according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, that they shall rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, and over the animal, over the whole earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So God created man in his image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea, over the bird of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." God said, "Indeed, I have given to you all herbage yielding seed that is on the surface of the entire earth, and every tree that has on it the fruit of a tree yielding seed, for you it shall be for food. And to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the sky, and to everything that moves on the earth, which was within it a soul that is alive, every green herb is for food." And it was so. And God saw all that he had made, and indeed it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day.
It's easy, why? Something on it.